was this, best to your knowledge, ownership saying full vote of no confidence, Tom?
Well, Stephen Ross has a great deal of affection for Chris Greer, who's been in the organization for like a quarter century.
Right.
It was framed by the club as a mutual parting of ways. They had a conversation. This allows Chris to walk away from it at this point, to allow people who might be around. And listen, Champ just got there. You know, he was hired this year as a senior personnel executive. It certainly is going to generate more phone calls as this thing rolls forward. And the next question then becomes, is Mike McDaniel going to be a part of the club into 2026? Mike is another guy that Stephen Ross believes in. He extended his contract. He has shown that he can be an effective NFL coach. He has been to the playoffs. He has won games. He came into this season with a winning record. Obviously, this season has not gone his way, but take into account the broader picture of where we are right now with the Dolphins. They are locked in with Tua Tagovailoa for over $50 million fully guaranteed in 2026. If you were to fire Mike McDaniel, which again, is it possible that happens? Sure. Let's see how the rest of the season finishes. But I would just say Tua at over $50 million fully guaranteed might not be an extremely attractive option to head coaching candidates who are coming in. But there is certainly a scenario in my mind where you take a vision to what's going on with the bigger football operation here, bring in a person or multiple people to try to get things right, keep Mike McDaniel for one more run with Tua, who is a quarterback who Mike got the job in part because he was the one coaching candidate back in 2022 who said, I can win with this guy. Give him one more shot with a lot of different moves in terms of personnel, with a new GM or maybe a head of football operations calling the shots here. And then you make the decisions at the end of 2026. It quite possibly would be a deterrent to a new head coach to be told, essentially, I mean, yes, you could eat that cash and have all the cap accelerate, but that's not an ideal situation. Mm-hmm. And while I would never say any player is untradeable, I would say that Tua's contract is virtually untradeable. When other general managers within the league looked at what is holding back the Dolphins, one thing they always said was it seemed like you had this collection of talent versus building a team. It was hard at times to tell what was the vision, what was the roster building plan that they felt like were going to allow the Dolphins to get into the playoffs and win a playoff game for the first time in however 20 years or so. You've got the opportunity starting in these next 4 days to potentially be aggressive. All the edge rushers, all the other guys you can get value from, load up on picks, maximize what you're gaining in terms of draft capital, and maybe that opportunity is there in 2027.